in our lives. So we're going to flip our script a little bit.
The STEM staff describes him as hardworking, a mathematician, dynamic, focused, and goes the extra mile. Rizwan Rafiq Abdul Qadir. Carson Gray Gamet. Carson will be attending the University of Alabama Huntsville in the fall. He is described as amazing, nice, a wonderful human being, persistent and mature, and has the best beard. Carson Gray Gamet. Joshua Klaus Dressel. Dressel will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as lighting up a room, enthusiastic, wild, crazy, and lovable, gives the best hugs ever, and is the best dancer at STEM. Joshua Klaus Dressel. Zachary Noah Hess. Zach will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as generous, considerate, one of a kind, the microscope king, and the Tesla chocolate provider. Zachary Noah Hess. Jackson Zachary Wyatt Ricketts. Jackson will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as professional, fashionable, focused, motivated, and gets it done. Jackson Zachary Wyatt Ricketts. Kaya Malin Hihua Hawkins. Kaya will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. She is described as a sweet helper, kind, determined, and queen of the anteaters. Kaya Malin Hihua Hawkins. Miranda Magdalena Carmen Pascual. Miranda will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. She is described as beautiful and kind, sweet, very smart, respectful, and gracious. Miranda Magdalena Carmen Pascual. Zora Jasmine Janice McKissick. Zora will be attending Howard University in the fall. She is described as determined and driven, positive attitude, focused, pushes past any setback, and the boss in the very best way. Zora Jasmine Janice McKissick. Douglas Quinn Denton. Quinn will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as motivated, valuable, respectful, excels, and introspective. Douglas Quinn Denton. Tariq Tigris Roundtree. Tariq will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as incredibly driven, inclusive, a hard worker, intelligent, motivated, and he never gives up. Tariq Tigris Roundtree. Noland Francie Rivers. Noland will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as humorous, respectful, interesting, a skinny goofball, and the master of odd facts. Noland Francie Rivers. Joshua Yong Wen Tang. Joshua will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as diligent, polite, gracious, trustworthy, and conscientious. Joshua Yong Wen Tang. Angelica Christina Ramirez. Angelica will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. She is described as trustworthy, driven, a leader. She takes hold of every opportunity and a pleasure to be around. Angelica Christina Ramirez. That's not right. James Dylan Robinson. James will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as being loyal to a fault, a great team player, hardworking, well-mannered, and a great smile. James Dylan Robinson. Ethan Romalis Cook. Ethan will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as positive, intelligent, unique, hilarious, and a meme lord. Ethan Romalis Cook. Benjamin Joseph Craig. Ben will be attending the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. He is described as interesting, courteous, a role model, compassionate, and has many interests. Benjamin Joseph Craig. Michael Marino Fontana. Marino will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as hardworking, easygoing, a good sense of humor, Joe Cool, and has excellent sock fashion. Michael Marino Fontana. Andrew Ryan Howard. Andrew will be attending Tennessee Technological University in the fall. He is described as a great student, a positive attitude, a coding fanatic. He'll help anyone, and energetic. Andrew Ryan Howard. Matthew Lee Sutton. Matthew will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as hardworking, a tech guru, a leader, he makes us laugh, and he's a great student. Matthew Lee Sutton. Christopher Jerrison McGee. Jerrison will be attending the Tennessee Technological University in the fall. He is described as delightful, driven, inclusive, and helpful, a super sweet and kind kid. Christopher Jerrison McGee. Elizabeth Natalie Diamond. Liz will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. She is described as focused, cute, creative, unique, and silent but mighty. Elizabeth Natalie Diamond. Alexander Carlisle Huff. Alex will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as always working, vibrant, mature, responsible, and he likes to ask questions. Alexander Carlisle Huff. Ian Michael Robillard. Ian will be attending the University of Alabama Huntsville in the fall. He is described as energetic, passionate, has great team leadership, driven, and one of a kind. Ian Michael Robillard. Ethan Sean Vance Everett. Ethan is our class representative. Ethan will be attending the University of Central Florida in the fall. He is described as a leader, caring, friendly and funny, knowledgeable, and a racing fanatic. Ethan Sean Vance Everett. Chloe Ashlyn Verstraat. Ashlyn will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. She is described as a sweet nugget, hardworking and smart, helpful, talkative and funny, and our gnome or nomeo. Chloe Ashlyn Verstraat. Daniel Hayden Verstraat. Hayden will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as calming, confident, intelligent, responsible, and driven. Daniel Hayden Verstraat. Richard Lyman Ziedensch. Richard will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as fun-loving, a Fab Lab master, prankster, always willing to help others, and MacGyver. Richard Lyman Ziedensch. Jaquel Cortez Postel. Jaquel will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as interesting, has great strength, witty and kind, always surprising us, and Mr. Unobtrusive. Jaquel Cortez Postel. Austin Reed Rollins. Austin will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as a team player, likable, a great communicator, loyal, and confident. Austin Reed Rollins. Robert Lee Jenkins III. Robert will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as multifaceted, loves music, has a quiet confidence, a great voice, and the best laugh ever. Robert Lee Jenkins III. Deacon Blade Murphy. Deacon will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as funny and fun-loving, determined, contemplative, loyal and caring, and Mr. Matter of Fact. Deacon Blade Murphy. Mace Daniel Murphy. Mace will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as Mr. Personality, hardworking, dynamic and engaging, hilarious and terrifying sometimes, and a mastermind. Mace Daniel Murphy. Sophia Caitlin Murphy. Sophia will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. She is described as sweet-spirited, gentle and kind, the sales queen, hard worker, and an absolute ray of sunshine. Sophia Caitlin Murphy. Samuel Jared Greer. Sam will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as being talented, smart, easygoing, a thinker, and very kind. Samuel Jared Greer. Jared Tyron Carr. Jaron will be attending the University of Tennessee, Knoxville in the fall. He is described as fearless, witty, hilarious, a day brightener, Granny Kathy, and thoughtful. Jaron Tyron Carr. Andrew Joseph Woody. Andrew will be attending Tennessee Technological University in the fall. He is described as innovative, motivated, always polite, mannerly, and respectful. Andrew Joseph Woody. Bryce Garrett Redman. Bryce will be attending the University of Alabama, Huntsville in the fall. He is described as creative, a math master, kind, an electrical ninja, and going to be successful. Bryce Garrett Redman. Ethan Alexander Chapin. Ethan will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as even-keeled, hardworking, honest, gracious, and cool, bruh. Ethan Alexander Chapin. Zipporah Lane Patterson. Zipporah will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. She is described as peaceful and gracious, great perseverance, kind, determined, and so darn cute and sweet. Zipporah Lane Patterson. Zipporian LaWarren Patterson. Zipporian will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as hardworking, polite, a great dresser, great listener, and secretly a great singer. Zipporian LaWarren Patterson. Garrett Joseph Howard. Garrett will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as kind, a sweet spirit, persistent, the OG, and always wearing a smile. Garrett Joseph Howard. Jonvin Satones Mondito. Jonvin will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as funny, considerate, opportunistic, kind, and crazy. Jonvin Satones Mondito. Jerome Wanell Foster Jr. Jerome will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as positive, talented and smart, athletic, a sweet spirit, and a contagious smile. Jerome Wanell Foster Jr. Joseph John Dubendorfer. Joe will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as conscientious, straight up, can-do attitude, driven, smart, and not your average Joe. Joseph John Dubendorfer. Grace Nicole Esslinger. Grace will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. She is described as introspective, enthusiastic, passionate, sensitive, and spit on a griddle. Grace Nicole Esslinger. Marquise Deshawn Mikes. Marquise will be attending Tennessee Technological University in the fall. He is described as independent and mature, smart, going places, funny, he blazes his own path, and Mr. Mysterious. Marquise Deshawn Mikes. Finley Heather Bassler. She is our salutatorian. Finley will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. She is described as kind-hearted, competent, gets it done, smart, sweet, and beautiful, and she never gives up. Finley Heather Bassler. Shanice Latrice Moore. Shanice is undecided for the fall. She is described as introspective, beautiful, respectful, creative, and so funny. Shanice Latrice Moore. Christopher Blake Roby. Chris will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as easygoing, imaginative, creative, artistic, and a thinker. Christopher Blake Roby. Mackenzie James Antonio Alice. Mac will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. The STEM staff describes him as a sweet soul, hard worker, the best hair, creative, and he's always ready to help others. Mackenzie James Antonio Alice. Wesley Miles Lowe. Wes will be attending Middle Tennessee State University in the fall. He is described as empathetic, compassionate, considerate, sensitive, and loving. Wesley Miles Lowe. Jacob Andrew Huffine. Jacob will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. He is described as a handyman, polite, sensitive, faithful, and a tinkerer. Jacob Andrew Huffine. Graham Scott Higgs. Graham will be attending the University of Alabama, Huntsville in the fall. He is described as friendly, approachable, hilarious, focused on success, and thoughtful. Graham Scott Higgs. Kenny Daniel Tran. Kenny will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as smart, a great laugh, works well with anyone, nice, and always has a positive outlook. Kenny Daniel Tran. Sydney Brian Baxter. Sydney will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. STEM staff describes him as respectful, talented, skilled and great with cars, friendly and mature. Sydney Brian Baxter. Tatiana Amore Dawkins. Tassie will be attending Lee University in the fall. She is described as a hugger, helpful and precious, sweet and smiley, multifaceted, and the most ardent student. Tatiana Amore Dawkins. Tara Shakana Sienna Wright. Tara will be attending Chattanooga State Community College in the fall. She is described as fierce, strong and smart, confident, a fighter, and a great friend. Tara Shakana Sienna Wright. Winford Devon Brule, Jr. Winford will be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga in the fall. He is described as hysterically funny and fun-loving, driven and dedicated, a big heart, charismatic and always smiling, and the best uncle ever. Winford Devon Brule, Jr. I was so honored to be chosen to read all of your names, and I love you all.
All right, that was fantastic. I think we're going to make it in time that we can hear from the most important person today in terms of speeches. So you're gonna enough from me right now, but I want to turn this over to one of you. Let's hear from someone who I hope one day hires me at his company, our resident CEO and valedictorian, Rizwan Abdul Qadir.
I would like to start off by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, which means may peace, mercy, blessings of God be upon each and every one of you. And A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, which means I seek protection in God from the accursed devil, and in the name of God, the most merciful and compassionate, I begin. Congrats, guys. Today is a milestone in our lives, a day we've been looking forward to since kindergarten. Regardless, even though it wasn't how we anticipated it to be, it's a day to celebrate with family and friends. From here, many of us will move on to the workforce, the military, or continue with education. If I had to choose one thing that I'm grateful to STEM for, it is for bringing me all of you. It's been a great honor to get to know each and every single one of you, and I have pride in being a Python. I'm sure you guys are tired of me as you've seen me talk for the last 4 years, so I'm going to try to incorporate as many quotes as possible. 4 years ago, we took a great risk in coming to STEM. But because of that risk, we've all flourished as our own innovators and leaders. We have grown close as families, innovated as pioneers, and succeeded as students. As we continue in life, there'll be many decisions we have to make. With that, there'll be many risks. But risk can be scary. But I always remember these words from Michelle Obama. Just try new things, don't be afraid, step out of your comfort zones and soar. One of my favorite things about STEM was its peaceful and democratic environment, which truly allowed for stellar characteristics in the student body. And according to MLK, intelligence plus character. That is the true goal of education. STEM not only taught us a standard education, but also valuable life lessons. For example, in 9th grade, we had to do an unachievable project, the Carnot engine. Unsurprisingly, none of us were able to successfully complete that project. But the true lesson here was to accept failure, as success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss in enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. We usually try, and most times we will fail, but the most important thing is that we get up and try again. On a less wise note, we came up with ladderism, but that's forgivable because mistakes are a fact of life. It is response to error that counts. Nikki Giovanni. Most of you will be able to attest that sophomore year was the most challenging. This was due to the interactions we had to make with the public and businesses due to our PBL curriculum. But we learned most from our struggles, not successes. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said, strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. In 11th grade, we entered with excitement. We were anticipating the freedom of phase 2. As many of you know, juniors and seniors here at STEM have the additional responsibility of balancing unscheduled time with some STEM and Chattanooga State classes. It took us some time to adjust as we spent our unscheduled hours at Chick-fil-A, playing ultimate ping pong, and playing basketball in the parking lots, where we witnessed Zora, who clearly edited the speech, serve up losses. Now we enter senior year. It's a special year for all of us due to several aspects, but one of the most important things was that we're the first to participate in Inventanuga. This class and project taught us the ins and outs on how to make a successful product and build a business around it. Finally, high school is over. But don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Dr. Seuss. And like Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it's done. We successfully completed our high school education despite the challenges over the last 4 years, especially this year. In this speech, I have spoken from my heart, but I would love to leave some advice to guide your future endeavors. As former President Obama said, I hope that you decide to ground yourself in values that last, like honesty, hard work, responsibility, fairness, generosity, and respect. Because like President Trump said, we will determine the course of America and the world for years to come. With that, I would like to make my intention clear that I'm running for President 2040. But seriously, guys, good job. I would like to end by thanking teachers, staff, and administrators going out of the way to help me and fellow students, usually outside of class time. The dedication in our teachers is unparalleled and is a strong reason for our success here. Opportunities in STEM are abundant, but they not only shaped our interest here, but also gave us a practical way to gain experience in the field. Finally, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for making the class of 2020 the first class with the 100% graduation rate at STEM. I would like to thank all of the faculty for supporting me and my family, who's a big reason behind my success. Congrats and thank you.
All right, so we're at the point here that it is now my honor to certify the class of 2020 as a graduating class. So if you are a graduate and you are sitting, I'm going to ask you to please stand. All right, and at this time, you're going to move your tassel from the right to the left. And by the power granted to me by the Hamilton County Board of Education in the state of Tennessee, it is my privilege to certify that the members of this class have met or exceeded all requirements set forth by the state and local board. And these incredible young adults are official high school graduates. All right, now I do have 2 quick housekeeping items for you as we head out. The first is, it is by tradition that I take a selfie with everyone, so I'm going to do my best right here to take a selfie real quick. And the second one I don't want to tell you just yet. I just want to do the first one real quick. You're welcome to screen. All right, and as for the second, as you can imagine, this can only happen at STEM, but the STEM students have picked their exit song for the day, and it is Sweet Victory by SpongeBob. So as you hear the song today being played, you can get back in your cars, and we're all going to exit this way and out in the parking lot. Have a great afternoon. We appreciate everybody. Congratulations to the graduates of 2020.
The winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more kill, the last one to fall. Who never sacrifice their will. Never look back on the world closing in beyond the attack. With your wings on the wind, all the things will be did. And it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory. And it's ours for the taking. It's ours for the fight. And it's sweet, 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 sweet victory. And the one is last of all. The winner takes all. You don't win no silver. You only lose the gold. You push with a fever. Oh, your time keeps going